Hello, welcome to the Imperial Mind. My name is Julius. This is
Alex.
I'm J. Rod the God.
And I'm Bianca.
And today we're going to speak on a topic. The topic is, when is it okay to say I love you? But before we get into this topic, this is inspired by Imperium, a botanical male enhancement. Visit imperiumrouge.com, love her mind and conquer her body. But back to the topic, when is it okay to say I love you? What do you think, Jerry? Kind of caught you off guard there?
Now, listen, man. I feel like if we're not at that stage where we're getting together, and I just can't say I love you. Like, I love you to me is 2 steps before marriage.
Really?
Yeah, like
When you mean it.
yeah, I have to 100% mean. Like, I have to love you on your bad days, on the days where you get on my nerves, on the days where like I'm contemplating breaking up with you, and then I stay with you because that love factor is there. But I just can't say, oh, alright, well, I met you 2 days ago and I could potentially see where you're at, so I love you.
Yo,
So you gotta tolerate.
yeah, like
you gotta have that tolerance.
it has to be,
Check.
to me, beyond tolerance. Like, it has to be like, listen, I understand that you get on my nerves some days, and there are going to be days where I might hate you. But I love you. Yeah, but I love you at the end of the day, and that love is overpowering. That, get out of here.
So when would you say I love you though?
Yeah, when would you say? Like, when you feel like...
Let's go, child.
Is it like
we probably you are. Well, we ain't gonna jump.
No, listen.
By the way, babe, I love you.
I love you got to come at a point where we have
Do
been
you whisper
through.
it first before you say it?
No, of course. Listen, yo, that's savage, man.
I love you.
If I love you, I want the world to know.
You say olive juice?
You're gonna see.
Ain't no olive juice. I love Jesus. Nah. Listen, man. If I tell you I love you, like, I want the world to know. It's got to be at that point where it's like, listen, I'm gonna take you by your hand and
Make it Facebook official.
yeah, I want the world to know.
You want Instagram to know?
Nah, not even.
Tag her on it.
I don't do it for the likes, but I just want. I want the
You do
world.
it for the vibe.
Yeah. Nah, I don't do it for the vibe. Listen, man.
Alright, let me talk.
I just I want it to be where the world knows, like, listen, man, this is me. This is my
queen.
half.
Yeah, this is my queen. This is my other half.
Okay.
This is my other half, and
And it has to reach that point before you can
before I
say
tell
that.
you I love you, because any I love you before that is fraudulent,
Okay.
and I'm not about being fraudulent.
How about you, Alexandra?
Yeah, I agree. It's just like when I mean it, when I feel the love, I'm gonna say it. So
When do you feel like you feel the love? When do you feel like it's appropriate? Like, how many months does time? Is time a factor? Do you feel like, it's 5 months, it's 1 month? I can't say that yet.
time's not a factor.
You feel like time's not a
too
factor?
soon though. Like, within the first month, you really don't know the person. You haven't seen them mad. You haven't seen them hungry. You haven't seen, So it's like you have to wait just so you could see all their sides.
You gotta see the sticker. What's that commercial? The sticker thing before is like, this is how they are when they're hungry.
Yeah, listen,
Like, here,
I gotta
man,
see
have
when
a
you hungry.
Snickers.
I need
Listen,
to see exactly every side
if I
of
can't
you.
feed you my Snickers and you get better, then I'm not with it. You know what I mean?
I need to see every side of you, and I need to adore you, and I'll feel it. And when it's on the tip of my tongue, maybe I'll hold it back sometimes. Maybe I'll want you to say it first. I don't know. Like, for me, it's just like it's a very vulnerable thing to say I love you, especially if the person hasn't said it to you. So I think I want to know that you love me.
How? Without them saying it. Yeah, you want them to say it first. You want those who want to say it first?
I want to know that you love me. Like, I want to feel it. I can tell, and I could tell if you're afraid to say it and you want to say it. Or if I'm not feeling it, no, I'm not going to say it. But, if we're both feeling it, I've said things after, 2 months, I was, with one guy, I was I would definitely be in love with you.
I agree with you because with me, man, if we're both aware that we love each other, we can both be aware that we love each other, but we're not ready to say it.
Right.
Because I feel like the question is when do you think it's best to say I love you not to show them that you love them, or, for them to be aware. But if you're aware that I love you, but you don't love me yet, I don't think I'll have the guts to tell you that I love you. Because at the end of the day, if you know how I'm feeling, at least we're both aware. But for me to say it, that's like an extra step from showing you that I love you.
Sounds like you're scared of rejection. There.
I am scared of rejection. I'm not gonna lie,
Well, not everyone is so scared of rejection. Some people are
but
very
when it comes
open.
to love, though,
Some people are open to say, "This is how I feel about you. I love you. If you're not there with me yet, I don't feel bad about it. This is how I really feel about it."
But I'm sure that person will be aware that you love them.
What if you don't love them?
Love is a verb. Love isn't something you say. Love is something you show. Love is what you do.
I understand.
I've always thought that love is not like an emotion. It's a verb. It's actually like physical.
We understand that, but at the same time, when do you feel like it's appropriate to say it? When do you think it's okay? Do you think there's a time limit to it? Do you think
there's a time limit.
Is there a special moment that you say it? When, and at the same time, do you think in your mind that that person deserves for you to say it to them? When there's certain people they might not deserve for you to say. You might feel it.
What do you mean deserve?
Like, for example, I feel like that is something that you give it to someone when you love somebody. Some people love somebody and they'll love them forever, no matter how badly they act with them. Do you feel like that person deserves? If that person is an asshole, if that person doesn't keep you in mind, but you've been with them for a long time, and for some reason you love them, do you think that deserves for you to keep saying that to them? Do you think you should say that to them?
They're considerate of your love.
Yeah, some people might not cherish that if you just give it away easily. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where, what's the appropriate time to say it? Should you say it all the time? How much should you say it too?
I think in life we should tell the people we love that we love them, whether it's like your mom, your dad, like whoever. I think like the words do have like a lot of significance, and it's important to like, communicate that, to people before you lose them, because life is short. Like, a lot of people say they regret not saying that. I love you enough. And I just sort of like,
And do you think that logic should be part of this I say I love you too? Do you think this should be just an emotional thing? You shouldn't apply logic in this decision at all?
Well, logic is definitely connected.
Yeah.
No, some people don't apply logic to things. They just go off their emotions.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're
Cool.
saying, but like even emotions have logic to them. I know what you're saying. Like someone who's more emotional, who thinks less like, oh, the consequence of my actions, what I'm saying right now, like how is this gonna affect this person? Oh, I'm just like having sex with this person. I'm just gonna say it. I love you.
I feel like deep down they will have logic, because if they really are emotional, they will think of how it will affect them emotionally, for them to know how to say, when to say it, and how often to say it. Because if I know I really love you and I'm emotional, and I know you're an ass to me, I'm going to have some type of logic to try to not tell you that I love you yet.
Not true.
But listen though, if you're putting a filter,
it's just not true.
Yeah, listen,
there's people like that.
But listen,
no, because
I want to know about
who's gonna think
you. If you're putting a filter on the fact that, I understand that this person's an asshole and I love them, but I'm not going to tell them because I don't want them to be an asshole to me. I feel like you're losing out because you're not giving them your true feeling. You're not
losing out. How are you losing out?
It depends on the person.
How you losing out?
How are you not losing out?
Why would I be losing out with an asshole? What am I losing out in?
The mere
You're
fact,
an asshole.
But the mere fact that you're wasting time with an asshole is
I'm
not
not losing out though. If anything, I'm losing out with my time.
But if you stay there and if you're building a relationship with that loser, with that asshole, then you are losing out.
That's what I'm losing out. But saying I love you to is not what I'm losing out to.
Then I'm right
because you said I'm losing out because I didn't say I love you to them. No. That's not what you said.
I said you're losing out because you are not expressing your true feelings to that one person.
Exactly. You just said if you're not expressing your feelings.
All right. This is like an opinion matter. It's not like I'm right, I'm wrong.
No, I disagree. That's it. I don't care what he's talking about.
How would you lose out though? Like why? Because the person won't know how you feel and you won't be able to know how they'll react.
You're wasting your time.
Nah, that's not the question. The question is how would you lose out?
Yeah, but if you're in a situation and you are just settling for bullshit, if you're settling for nonsense, then you don't think that's a loss on your part?
Oh, so you're saying if
you're
you're
not
just
saying
losing,
I
just
love
keep
you?
losing?
No, not
What does
because
that
you're
have to
saying
do
that
with
I
saying
love
I
you.
love
Because the whole
but
point
if
is about
you-
the timing of saying I love you to that asshole. How can you lose out by the amount of time that you wait to tell them that you love them?
Go ahead, keep moving.
Why are you in
That
love
was
with
the
an
question.
asshole though?
Exactly. Why would you
That's-
put
that's a
yourself in a
problem in
situation
itself.
where you're in love with an asshole?
That's a problem in itself, you know, if you're having that insecurity, like, should I say it? Oh, but is he still with other guys? You know, that's not really love. That's more lust. Like, oh, I really love, like.
So you're
hooking up
saying
with
in that
this guy.
situation, you shouldn't be saying that
I
to a
think
person.
love should be, like, comfortable, and it should be, like, you know, like, I know you love me, like, I love you, and, like, we can say it freely, like, when we want to. I
feel
don't
like-
think it has to be, like.
I feel like at that point, if you really are dealing with an asshole, or what type of person that you're dealing with that isn't beneficial to your future and how you're feeling, love shouldn't even be, you know,
Exactly.
the question. Because if, for, like you're saying with love, it's like
Let's be
a few
realistic
steps
here.
before
But
marriage,
But here's the thing.
Like, come on.
There are
Let's
some
get
people
drinking.
that are in a relationship with an asshole that are just
Yeah.
there because they're comfortable.
Who's you? What you're talking about right now is logic, which a lot of people is not using when they have feelings for somebody. You're
Some
logically
people-
thinking, this is not the person for me. I shouldn't be with this person. But when there's emotions in that, you're not thinking that. You're saying, I shouldn't be with this person, but I love them.
Okay, but why did you even question logic with love if you're telling me there's
No,
no
I
such
asked.
thing?
I asked,
So
should
how do
you
you
apply
feel?
logic
How do you
in
feel
love?
about that then, as far as logic and love?
Of course, me personally, I feel like you should apply logic in everything, including love, especially in love, because love can blind you and lead you down the wrong path. Just like women that sit here and do crazy things for guys that are going down the wrong path, like they're in jail and they're like, oh, bring a knife in there for me. Yo, don't bring a knife in there for him.
Why not?
You're gonna go to jail
Why not?
if they catch you.
Listen.
You're good, Mom.
But hold on, yeah, but that's her. Like, listen, if that's her man, if that's her ride or die, like, and she
Willing to throw away her life?
not willing to throw away.
Yeah, this-
No,
Alright,
willing to
but
throw
if
away
she-
her life.
Listen,
Put every single aspect in there.
in my
Don't put
opinion,
like, oh
in my
no.
opinion, if I can visualize a future with you, then I don't want to be with you.
What?
You hear what I said? If I can't visualize a future with you,
Oh, God.
if I can't tell you I love you, like, nah, you were. This is off topic. But listen, if I can't,
No, but what I was trying to say is like, for example, you were talking about situations like that. Those are situations I feel like you shouldn't be saying things like that to people.
I feel
because
like
but
you
that
should.
happens
You
every
should.
day.
No, I feel like
Okay,
with
and that's what I'm
logic,
trying to
though,
say.
I feel like with logic, the only way you can apply logic on love is through your actions. Because if you feel a certain way for someone, you can't help how you feel in any type of way. You know how you feel, but it's how you act on how you love the person where you apply the
It's a
logic. That's all it
verb.
is.
Listen.
Because if you're in love with someone
If you're
and you
in-
feel a certain way about them, you're going to react on how you feel. But it's how you react that you apply the logic to.
If your man is in jail, locked down 24/7, he's in there for life, and he's like, yo, if you love me, sneak something in for me. Are you sneaking that in for him?
Yeah, she's sneaking in. You saw her face. She's
Yeah. She licked the lips.
I don't know.
Anytime she hit him with the LL Cool J, like,
That's
Yeah,
not
I'm
love.
bringing
I don't
that shit.
know.
But
Because
listen,
no, that is
but love,
selfish.
but love is still in the
He's
Exactly.
He's
But listen,
not
love-
loving you. He's
No,
using
no,
your love to
no.
benefit him.
No, that
but
is
love is
That's true.
exactly.
That's
That is
true.
so true in what
That's
she's
true.
saying.
Because if you really love that person, you're not
You
gonna
wouldn't
let
even
her
ask
put
them
in that position
You
in the
wouldn't
first place.
ask
You're gonna be like,
them.
listen, you know
Yeah,
what?
but listen,
I'm gonna find my own
if-
shit.
Nah.
You know, my boy's gonna bring me that shit.
Nah. But why would you put your boy in that situation?
Because he's already in that situation. He's in jail with me. I'm talking about my boy in jail. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
My
but
boy
if
in
your
jail.
boy's in jail, but if you're like, I don't have a boy in jail.
Oh.
Are you in jail?
Nah, of course I'm out here with you.
All right. I understand what we're trying to say, but just to
That
tell
is
you,
great.
what do you think are some things you shouldn't say "I love you" to? What are situations you feel like, all right, these are the situations that you should keep in mind, and to also be like, all right, these. If I'm in this situation, I'm not gonna say I love you to. If I'm in this position with this person, this is not the right time for me to be expressing this to this person. Do you think there's a certain time for that?
I think there's no rules in love.
You feel like there's no rules?
There's no rules, but it's like, yeah, if it's too soon, like, don't say it just to get in someone's pants, or
That's a
like,
rule.
don't say it to like just like get what you want or selfishly. Love
It's
is
not
selfish.
a rule. It's as far as applying
What's a rule?
logic. It's common sense.
Yeah, but
You know, for
listen,
you not to do something
again,
that
some
you're
people-
aware that you're not supposed to be doing.
some
or
people go to
saying.
work every day and don't apply logic. So you're telling them to apply logic to love.
Okay, they could go to work every day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's how the work affects them. If the work is not affecting them well, and that's because they're not applying logic on how they go to work.
But
True.
logic and love, I feel they do go hand in hand in some aspects, but not in every single aspect.
I-
Like, listen,
I
there's some
agree on that.
people,
I agree.
there's some people that sneeze "I love you" just because, like,
I hate those people who be like, oh, could you do that for me? Love you. Like, they don't say that to me.
like nah, like you
I
don't
don't
love
love you.
me, nah. It's quite.
Don't say that to me. I hate when people say that to me. Like, I
When you
like
throw around, I love you.
It's like,
nothing.
you know I'm not saying that back to
I
you.
feel like love is too strong of a word
to be
Yeah.
just
to
don't.
just to be thrown in.
Do you
Unless-
feel like before you say it and you think it, do you think there's a time limit before you say it to the person? Like in your mind, you could have been saying "I love you." Like when they, you kiss them in your head, you say, "Damn, I love you," but you don't say it out loud. You don't say it out loud. Do you think there's a certain time you should say? What's the time that you think you should say that?
I
to
feel
that
like it's
person?
up until you can't take it.
I feel like exactly
Tell you the truth.
7.5 weeks.
7.5 weeks. Is there?
Joking.
So 0.5 is a
Seriously.
Wednesday. I want you guys to know that 0.5 is a Wednesday.
Wednesday is the day to say I
7
love you.
weeks, and that Wednesday after the 7th week, she
7.5. Then I'm gonna
She
be like,
loves you.
all right, midnight hits. I'm
Word.
gonna call you up.
Okay, you guys are
That-
bullshit right now. Alright.
All right, so
we're
let-
realistic here.
All right, that's all right. All right, but to wrap it up, when is it okay to say I love you? From what you guys were saying, you feel like you shouldn't play around with that word. You feel like you should.
No,
And
why?
you should. Wait. No. Which you should.
No,
all
I'm
right.
the girl that throws I
Take
love
it
you.
lightly. you're
No.
saying.
I mean like you know
It's
who.
situational. It's so situational.
You know who to say it to, basically.
Who to
You can
joke
do whatever,
around.
which is
I
fine.
know
There's nothing
what to
wrong with it.
say.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Don't tell me when to look.
And you're also agreeing that you should take your time before you say that, and that also that the people that you do say that you honestly feel that way towards, like you really love them. You shouldn't just say I love you, and and then also another thing, you should really take your time before saying that. You should really understand that you love that person, because that person might not have love in their life ever, and you're the first person to say that to them. And you shouldn't take that lightly when you use those words, because you don't know what darkness that they're hiding in themselves. And you should really be careful with throwing words around like that. It can make a person go crazy. So, you should take your time before you say I love you to the people that just throw it around carelessly, because you don't know whose heart you're breaking when you don't mean that. And that's some of the things I seen that we came up with. And I'm glad that you guys were tuning in. Visit ImperiumRouge.com. Have a positive day and tune in for another interview, guys. And bye. See you later.
Love you.
I'm done.